Alrighty, what's up everyone? Welcome back here to the Megan Moves channel. Thanks so much for tuning into another live stream. It's been a little while since we've done a Disney discussion live stream, but I'm excited to come on here with another live stream tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about the topic of the official Disney fan club, D23, and I'm very excited because we've got some official fan club members here tonight to talk with us. We have Brandon and Teia from the Doofs and Disney channel, and I'm very excited to have this discussion with them and find out a little bit more about the official Disney fan club. So, hey, Brandon, hey, Teia, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good.
Good. Thank you guys for being here. What was that?
I said, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, no problem. I'm excited about it. So everybody that is in the chat, let us know so we can say hi to you. And we've got some questions that we'll be asking the Doofs and Disney here to talk a little bit about the fan club. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them on in the chat and we will be able to ask our guests here. So before we get on into it, Brandon and Teia, would you like to share a little bit about your channel, about yourselves, and just introduce yourselves to the audience that might not have met you guys before?
No, you're the chatty one.
Oh, chatty one. I know, but you're the one that always provides the informative information. Well, we are Doofs and Disney, obviously, as the name right here says, wherever it's out on the screen. Yeah. And our channel started with, in 2019, we wanted to document our first year's annual pass holders. We live far away from Florida. We live in South Carolina, so it's a drive, but we wanted to make sure that we document it because we always wanted to do it. And then after our annual pass year was over, we wanted to keep on doing it, but obviously we weren't going down as much. At least that was our thought. I think we really ended up going down as much, but so now a lot of it is information, Disney news, swag. Yep. Most of this has been on a video at some point whenever it got taken out of a box. I have a pile down here of stuff that I need to put on camera, and
basically we're just sharing with you how we spend all of our money.
There you go. I love it.
And I guess we'll segue into what we're going to talk about today: spending more money.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm excited about that. So yeah, everyone that's in the chat, I made sure to add their channel link in the description bar below. So after the live stream here, definitely go on over and check out their channel, check out all their videos and see what they have to offer. And yeah, give their videos some love. So as I mentioned, we'll be talking about D23 today. Brandon and Teia are both members. And so I do have a list of questions here for you guys. As I mentioned in the chat, if you guys have any, go ahead and throw them in there and we'll ask Brandon and Teia here. But to kick it off, for people who might not know what D23 is, could you guys give a little bit of a background into it and kind of explain what it is and all of that good stuff?
Well, D23 started in 2009. You know, the D is Disney. 23 is when Walt Disney officially went to California in 1923. And it's basically the official fan club of Disney. And when I say official, the one that they run, because you can't have something separate from Disney. Go on with that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was looking for the magazine. I was wondering if we got it down.
No, it's still upstairs. Okay. So anyway, yeah, D23 is just the official Disney World fan club. She's going to go grab a prop that we needed, but it is, I'm going to repeat myself again, the official Disney World fan club. Nice. And with it comes, you know, you get some swag with it, but you also get some opportunities for discounts, kind of like with your annual pass. You get opportunities for events. What was the wording you used? Sorry, I'm saying
Oh, you're good.
Oh yeah, D23 Exclusive Events. That's the big thing, and then you get to kind of interact with other people that are also D23. I mean, you can go on. There's a free version and a paid version, and you can go on Facebook and join the groups and talk about all the D23, and it's not just D23 as in membership, but you know, it's just you saying, hey, I love Disney and I want to join a group of people that also love it, and maybe I'll get some fun discounted stuff in the meantime.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've got the magazine here. So is this something that they send you? I guess that maybe gets into a future question that I have
It
here,
does.
but
It does.
so maybe I'll save that one if you guys are good with it. But I
Okay.
want to ask, how long have you guys been D23 members?
Only since July 1st of this year, 2020.
Oh,
Yeah.
So very recent.
We had the which I think this will also tie into a different question, but we had the just general membership for years. It's a free membership, and you get, I think, a weekly like email with fun stuff in it. But as far as the paid membership, we've only had it since July.
gotcha.
July 1st.
Okay, gotcha. And what made you guys switch to that paid version of the membership?
When they announced the Destination D23 event was going to happen in Orlando, we were like, "Ooh, we gotta go!"
Yes.
So we wanted to join the D23, and because only way you could get it is if you're a D23 member, you can get a possible opportunity to buy a ticket for it.
Yeah.
And we didn't know when they were going on sale. It could have been July 1st. It could have been July 31st. We didn't know. So we were like, okay, we've got to get these bought if we want to have any opportunity, because it's probably going to sell out pretty fast. Now, we didn't realize it was going to sell out as fast as it did.
Gotcha.
But we're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And when did it go on sale? Like the 23rd of July, or maybe even later than that.
Yeah, it was
I don't
pretty late in
remember.
the month.
I have a video that I did of the registration. It was pretty hectic. So
Gotcha.
go find that in my list of videos. It's not too far back, but in July. So it's
Gotcha.
pretty amusing.
So you were saying something about, so as many people as there can be D23 members, but only a certain amount can actually go to the events.
Yes, the events are, we actually walked around, I think in one of your videos you showed it, where we walked around the Contemporary together, and we went to what's the name of the hall that we went in that was just open that one day?
Yeah.
At the back end of the Contemporary. And that's where it's going to be. It's going to be in that room, and Fantasia Ballroom.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be in the Fantasia Ballroom, and you saw the size of that. And yes, it was huge, but it's not that huge when you talk about, how many people want to go to this.
Right.
And they got to, consider the whole world is going on right now. So that also has to be taken into consideration. So I don't know how many tickets they sold, but I didn't feel like it was very many. But I did talk to a few people on Facebook that said that in years past, that place has been pretty much shoulder to shoulder in there. And they spoke with Disney about, why didn't they sell as many tickets? And they said, actually, we sold more tickets this year than we sold last time.
Interesting.
Oh, really? That is
Yeah.
interesting.
So that was very surprising, because my initial thought was they actually lowered the amount of tickets so there was more space in between people. But apparently they sold more tickets than the last one.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. So that's why there is a limited number on these. And it kind of goes along with the same thing as the Remy's Ratatouille. They were they did the annual pass preview, and they did, I think, a DVC preview and stuff like that. Well, they also offered it to D23 members for an added cost. It was not free for us, but it was like $50 for a ticket, and you got to experience all the stuff, get some samples, some of the food, and get some treats. I don't know if you went to that. Is that what you went to?
Yep.
So that they offered it to us for like $50 for a ticket, and those tickets, I don't remember if I actually put a video out in this. I think I did, where it was literally as soon as you clicked go, it went live. It was like go, sold out.
Yep.
2 or 3 seconds, it was sold out.
Yep. That's nuts. I remember watching that video, and I couldn't believe how quick the event. I mean, I know
it was ridiculous.
People are excited about it, but it was quick.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And so with the events, do they just happen in Orlando, or do they have like other expos in other locations?
Well, the big expo is...
I think they actually just announced the D23 Expo that happens in Anaheim for next year, over September 9th, 10th, and 11th, something like that.
But that's the one where they announce all the big stuff, all the movies that are coming out. It's like a mini Comic-Con, where they announce, they
Gotcha.
have their panels and they announce all the stuff that's coming out, all the movies, all the changes they're making. When they announced the whole Epcot renovation, that was it, the expo that was in Anaheim. So that's that one.
Gotcha.
We're obviously not going to that one because she won't fly, and I don't particularly care to fly, but that's too far of a drive.
Yes.
So,
That's literally the other side of the US for you guys.
yeah,
So.
I know that they do other events, but I don't know what the size and scope of those are. They might be kind of like the Destination D23 that's in Orlando in November, and they may do them over in France. They may do them in Japan. I don't know. I would think that they do, but I can't give you a factual answer on that one.
Gotcha. So with the expos and things, are D23 members like the first to find out about big Disney news? Do they try to save it for that, or is it just whatever happens to be coming out around that time? Is that when they decide to share it in the
Well, there
expos?
is a lot of news, like on their Facebook page, on the website. You can just go to D23. You don't have to be a member to log in to see all the good stuff. You can go there, and they do have a news outlet on there, so you can look at all the most updated, releases that they're doing. Hey, we got an announcement here. It's on D23, but you're probably also going to see it on Facebook if you're in their group.
All their social media, Facebook, Instagram. They usually put the same stuff on all of it.
Yeah, the only thing that is restricted is the discounts and the merchandise. You can see all of it. You don't have access to it. So
Gotcha. Interesting. Do you know, so they have it in Orlando, they have it in Anaheim. Do they have it like overseas in the other Disney parks? Do they have like anything in Disneyland Paris or like Tokyo Disney?
Well, like I said a second ago, I think that would make sense, but I can't give you an actual answer.
Gotcha.
I would assume that they did. I never see anything. So like we just saw the announcement for the D23 Expo in Anaheim. That announcement just went out like last week or 2 weeks ago, and they said, hey, tickets will go on sale on this date. I don't remember what the date is though. But usually if there's going to be an event, you will see it, but I haven't seen it, mostly because the last year has been so crazy. They haven't done anything. They haven't had any events planned, nothing. So what it's been in the past, I don't know.
Gotcha.
What it will be in the future, who's to say?
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I must have missed that.
Non-answer, but they haven't really done anything. So
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. And what's the cost of those kind of events? Does it depend on where you go or what all is included?
Of the events, how much I think the one we signed up for was more expensive than we really wanted to pay, but we signed up specifically to go to that event.
Did you not write that down?
I didn't even think about that.
Please, and I'll find
We'll
that
pull the
answer
receipt
for
up.
you.
I'm gonna say that I think that it was $150.
Oh, okay.
Maybe $200. I don't remember. It was more expensive.
I think it might have been.
Just go to the. We have a receipt in the folder.
Gotcha. You're good. This was an off-script question.
Cheap. Yeah, it's not a cheap event. And the one that's in California, I think that one is going to be and has been in the past like 300 plus.
Okay.
But this one, the one in Florida, they said that you are guaranteed to get into every single panel. You will have a seat in every panel.
Yeah.
They had a kind of a VIP ticket where you get to get right up front, and then there was the general admission tickets where you get to sit anywhere.
It was $249 each.
Okay.
Plus, taxes, fees, shipping. So grand total of $554.28 for two people.
Gotcha.
It's basically a 3-day event.
It's a 3-day event.
Oh,
so
okay.
If you look at it like this, you're paying for a 3-day park ticket.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually paying less to go to this, and you're getting all of the news firsthand before everybody else. Plus there's swag and opportunities that other people aren't going to have. Kind of like with annual passes, people can't get a lot of that annual pass stuff
Yep.
Same here. D23, only we are going to be allowed in that building, or at least in that hall down there. They're going to restrict that area to just us. And they will be checking IDs, they will be checking badges, they will be checking everything before you can even go where we went the other day in our little tour.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha.
So it's going to be very restrictive, but they also never mind. I'll talk about that later.
Gotcha. No, you're good. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to see any vlogs or, videos of whatever you guys have. Because I personally haven't checked out or, seen anything about D23 stuff or like any of the expos.
Well, there's been no information sent to us yet. They said that we would probably start getting something in October sometime.
Gotcha.
The way that we signed up was I had to, because I guess you were trying and I was trying, and I just happened to get on before she did. And so I bought a ticket and she was my guest because of and I'll talk about this later, the way they do the accounts.
Okay.
And if she would have gotten on, it would have been her account and I would be the guest. So I had to contact them and be like, I don't want our first time going to say, Brandon, guest on the badge. Yeah. So we don't really know what's going to go on with that, but I'll do a video when that comes around to explain that when we finally get it. We're up in the air. We don't know what's going on yet. They kind of gave me a non-answer about that too.
Well, because like if you book something through the Disney website, like a room or a restaurant reservation or whatever, you can add, each person's name. But for this, it was just, Brandon and one guest.
Oh, interesting.
And it didn't ask for the person's name.
No, not at all. It literally just said, how many tickets do you want? 2. All right. What's your name for your billing? Essentially. Well, it actually didn't even ask that. I mean, it asked that, but it was my account. So it was my stuff.
Gotcha.
So they know what my name is.
Yeah. And it said, in a confirmation, it said that our ID badges would be mailed to us soon.
No pickup.
So
there was no option to do will call or anything like that.
Gotcha. Interesting. So yeah, it'll be a surprise for everyone then.
Yeah. I'm very excited and interested to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll be.
It won't end up being virtual.
Too.
Get my money back.
Well, sweet. Okay, so let's say like me as somebody who is not a D23 member, if I wanted to sign up and become a member, how would I do that?
We joked. We laugh. Because we were joking about this while we were kind of writing down our blurbs here for your
Gotcha.
This is specifically what I wrote.
Okay.
It's right here.
How do you become a D23 member? I said, go to their website, d23.com, and type in your credit card number.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
I know. Sometimes some of the questions that I make, I'm like, okay, I know this answer is already going to be like,
no, but there is more to it than that. I mean, yes, that's it. But there's also the opportunity you can give it as a gift. You can receive it as a gift. And it's just a code. You just go in there and they send you a code and you type it in and hey, all of a sudden you're it. There's 2 different ways to sign up. There's 2 different membership plans. I don't know if that leads into your next question or whatnot.
Yeah, it does. So
that's basically what you need to do to sign up. Those are the different ways to do it.
Gotcha. And you were starting there. I was wondering if, like annual passes, how there's different tiers and, different things can be involved with each tier. Is there a different level of memberships that you can have?
There sort of is.
Okay.
There is what used to be like with annual passes, you have, bottom, middle, top, and the top was the most expensive. That's not necessarily how this works. It used to be that there was, when they say gold, the gold just means you paid for it. And then there's the general member, which is the free one that everybody can sign up for if you just want to just say you're a member.
Right.
The way it used to be was gold and gold family member or gold family account. Well, they changed that in January of 2021, and now it's the gold individual and the gold duo. So I'm not really sure how the whole family thing works anymore. You might be able to tack on more people. I don't know because I found no information about that. Nobody was able to answer that question for me. So I don't have that for you. But now it's, like I said, it's the gold individual gold duo, and the way that works is you sign up as, say, the way we did it is she's the primary member and I got the duo, which is $99.99 for the individual. For the gold duo, it's 129, not 129 for my account, 99 for hers. 129 is how much it cost. So her and me signed up 129, and there's a reason for that, because as the primary member, she gets all the bling that comes in this box.
Gotcha.
And I get a membership card and a certificate that says, congratulations, you pay this money.
Gotcha.
Basically. But she gets everything. This magazine right here gets sent to the household.
Gotcha.
And we get one copy of it. That's why it's only $30 extra, just to kind of have the opportunity to sign up for the events, and you can go as the extra person. So.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Gotcha. That's interesting how they do it that way. So you were already showing some of the, I guess, things that you can get with becoming a D23 member.
Yeah, and if anybody is down in Florida, and we actually saw this when we were walking around the Contemporary, they had the display set up in there.
Yeah. So
you can see everything that comes in this box right here.
Right.
And I don't know if that magazine was in there too, because this magazine didn't come with it. That's the quarterly thing. But
gotcha.
I mean, I can take some of this out and show it to you.
Yeah, are you good with showing off? Like, so is this is like kind of your welcome?
Yeah, this is the welcome kit that you get. She got it because she is the primary member.
Yep.
And in our household. So.
Gotcha. And every year there's a different welcome.
Yeah, you'll get a new
kit.
one. Yeah, whenever you renew, you'll get a new one. So the pins that you got with this one, you'll get next year's pins with the next one when it's time to renew.
Gotcha. And I think that was one of my questions. Is it just a yearly member? Oh, yeah.
Side note, when it is time to renew, unless you cancel before your expiration date, it automatically renews every year.
Yeah, so make sure if you don't want to renew, cancel it before.
Gotcha. And that is a yearly thing?
Yes. So we will renew on basically July 1st of next year.
Okay. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, so
I'll just go through this real quickly.
Yeah.
This is, I'm going to cover up my last name. Membership card down here, and it's got all the information on the back of it about when you signed up, what your membership number is. I don't know what you can see in that camera because the lights are so bright.
Yep.
So there's that, and you get this fun little welcome newspaper. It's called the Official D23 Fan Club Volume 50 because it's 50 years. Number 1.
Nice.
So see what they did there, and it's just information, just news about. It looks like a lot of historical stuff. There's old pictures in there and whatnot. It just looks like it's a newspaper.
Yeah.
And then, each get a certificate.
Nice.
Certificate has our name on it. And then this, we were trying to figure out if this was going to be a CD or if it was actually going to be a record. It is actually a vinyl record. It's a little 45, and it's got Bear Band Serenade from the Country Bear Jamboree in 1971, and Nothing Can Stop Us Now from the Runaway Railway.
Do you have a record player to play it? Have you ever?
No, we have not been to Goodwill yet to find one.
Been to Goodwill to find one.
No.
I love that.
And then, see, at first I was very, very indifferent about this lunchbox. I'm going to put this down. Because I was like, meh, it's a lunchbox. What am I going to do with it? But then when you get it, the very first thing I noticed was Figment.
Yes.
Figment is my favorite character. You can see back here, you can see on her shirt, and I have 15 more shirts. And then on the top is, Mr. Dreamfinder's, his blimp.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. But there's so much stuff on here that's classic Disney. Just all the way around. So I really ended up liking, like you can even see the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride, which is no longer at Disney World for years and years now. So I really liked the lunchbox. I ended up really liking the lunchbox.
Nice.
And then inside comes the pins, which is why I wanted to get it.
Yep. I love that. That orange bird pin, whenever I was watching your vlog, the orange bird pin stuck out to me.
Yeah, it's huge. That orange bird pin is about 2.5 to 3 inches tall.
Wow.
It's gigantic. Like all these pins are pretty big. And each one of them represents, something that is at Disney World. I mean, obviously Country Bears, and you got DJ Rex, which isn't really DJ Rex. He's, DJ or whatever the call sign for his robot is, because he was the original pilot of Star Tours. Obviously Figment, and then the Yeti, and obviously Orange Bird. So
that's awesome. So will those pins stay in the lunchbox then, or do you guys like take them out or anything?
They will eventually they will end up on a shelf whenever I finally get my shelves built, and it'll probably sit up there like that or like next to it or something. I haven't decided yet.
The pin collection is a whole nother video.
That is
a future live stream.
Yeah, one day.
Let's stay tuned for that one. I'm excited for that. And Teia, do you want to? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say if you wanted to show off the magazine that you were that you have.
Here it is. So we got this. I think we just got it last week.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's the quarterly. So I love the front of it. Oh, that's really bad glare.
There you go. Tip it
down. So it's got the Mickey and Minnie in their 50th outfit, and it's got some pretty cool stuff.
And if you didn't catch it, it is a quarterly magazine, so we'll get 4 of these over the course.
Oh, nice.
And I don't really know why they have this advertisement right in the front here.
Because you don't get it unless you are D23.
This advertisement is advertising how to become a D23 member. But
Yep, gotcha.
But yeah, it's got some pretty cool articles in it. This whole thing in here about Monsters Inc. If you've watched the new Disney Plus Monsters at Work. Some history things.
There's a lot of history in it.
Stuff about some upcoming movies and cartoons and stuff.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty thick, heavy duty magazine.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot in there, and it's a good quality magazine too.
Yeah, it's very good quality.
There's like a 6-page article about the new
Shang-Chi
movie.
Oh, nice.
We saw last night, which was amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's awesome. Yeah,
pretty cool.
That's sweet. That's perfect. I love that. So you'll get for the quarterly magazines, you got the welcome, like the welcome box. Is there anything else that you get, like merch wise or anything?
Like when you pay for the membership, I think that's pretty much it. It just comes with part of the membership. I will not say free. I will say comes with what you paid.
Gotcha.
Because if you break down all the cost of this stuff, it costs about $100 if they were to sell it piecemeal. That's about $100 worth of stuff, or slightly more. So I mean, really, I think what you're paying for is the welcome pack, because. And then the rest of it's just, the opportunity to say, hey, I can get into something early or for cheap or for free or something.
Yeah. Or hey, I can give you more money and buy your D23 t-shirt and actually be a member of the shirt I'm wearing.
I love that.
So, yeah.
But I did kind of break it down to see what stuff would cost. Like they have a set of pins out right now. It's actually the ones that were advertised in the front of this. Like these pins at the bottom here. They're going to have multiple sets here. Where are they at? Right there. Like the first one came out here a couple months ago at the beginning of July or August or whatever. And the next one comes out, has the Dream Finder right here. And that's the one I want. But those are only for D23 members. And those are $50 a piece. So the pins you got here, the same amount of pins for, I would say $50.
Gotcha.
Lunchbox, $20. Pendant. Oh, the pendant wasn't in there. I don't know where the pendant was. It was probably squirreled up in there somewhere. Pendant, $10. The records, $15. If you buy it retail at Disney. So if you're a merch person, there you go. Pay for the merch and you got it.
Yeah. No, makes sense. We've got a question here from the chat. So they're asking, do you feel it's worth the money being a member?
It depends. That's funny because that's actually one of the questions you asked.
Yeah.
For those of you that want to look behind the curtain, she actually sent us a list of questions to think about, and that was one of them. Is it worth being a D23 member? It depends on what you want to get out of it. If you're looking for, this box of swag here, yes. I mean, you got your box of swag, that's collector stuff that you can't get unless you sign up for D23.
Yep.
And it costs about as much as, something you pay for on Shop Disney. So it's not necessarily expensive for everything you get.
Yeah.
But do you want to do it to get access to some of the events? That's a little bit more of a tricky answer because there's such a limited amount of tickets available for those things.
Yeah, you're not
guaranteed to get any of that
to
stuff.
get into any of the events. Like we missed out on the Remy preview
because it sold out in 2 seconds.
Yep.
But we got tickets to Destination D23 when everybody else was like, "Oh my God, it was sold out before I could even get on," and we were like, "Oh, I didn't have any problem at all." So it just kind of depends on what you want.
Yep.
Where did I put that? I was looking to see what I kind of wrote down for that, but there it is. Discounts. Right now, Shop Disney is running a discount where if you sign in, which really you should do, sign in with your membership, your Shop Disney accounts that's linked to your D23, you get free shipping.
Oh, nice.
So that's going on right now. And you always get 10% off of $50 or more on any of your orders that you do on Shop Disney.
Gotcha.
And sometimes it's more than that. Like I've seen it pop up where it's been more than that, but that's kind of you pop in, you're like, oh, look at that. I got more than 10% off.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it was definitely, I guess, cheaper than I was. I don't know actually what I thought I was expecting, but like you had mentioned, like the merch that you end up getting with it or the welcome box and stuff ends up being what you pay for. So I do feel like you get your money's worth out of it, even if you can't do the events.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel like, if nothing else, you're getting that box and you got yourself a membership too. So you have the opportunity to do other things, get other discounts, but you get all this merch down here, which is actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, no, I like that. I think that's a good question and a good answer to it. And I think we talked a little bit about all of the perks of being a D23 member. Were there any other perks that we didn't necessarily talk about? So there's some discounts, some of the extra events that you can, go to. Was there anything else besides that for being a D23 member?
Discounts.
Yeah, there are discounts at there's quite a few places at Disney Springs that you get a discount with.
And it's on the website if you actually do want to go do more research, but we'll kind of scroll through a couple that are, or talk about a couple that are, that we're definitely going to use.
Yeah, if you go to the D23 website, which is d23.com, you can look at all of this stuff, and their frequently asked questions page is actually very informative. A lot of websites, that page doesn't really answer any questions for you, but this one actually has a lot of information on it. But as far as the discounts, let's see, just a few that are here. Go to
joffreys.com and get 20% off your purchase and free shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The Levi's store at Disney Springs, Ghirardelli ice cream shop, 10% or $1 off any Sunday.
Nice.
Jamba Juice,
Paddlefish.
Oh, cool.
I did see some hotel.
Yeah, they're at the bottom right here.
Let's see. It says up to 20% off hotel rooms at the Wyndham Lake, Buena Vista, and the Wyndham Garden Lake Buena Vista, Disney Springs. So I don't really know how much their normal rates are. So
So we're gonna check it out. We literally just saw that today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna check that out and kind of look to see what type of discounts you're gonna get. Have no clue. It just popped in while we were just scribbling some stuff down.
Yeah,
but there's a ton. This page is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 40 something stores at Disney Springs and a couple in California that you can go to get discounts.
Oh, I just saw this. The Walt Disney Hometown Museum is 50% off the admission.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Wine Bar George.
Nice. Okay. So that's nice. It kind of, that reminds me, you know, just of like annual pass holder perks and the discounts that you can get at Disney Springs and all things like that. So I could definitely see how there could be some perks there with that.
Yeah, and some of these discounts overlap between like the D23 membership and annual pass holders, and if you have a Disney Visa gift card, or not gift card, credit card. Some of those you get some of the same things.
Okay, so that's actually a good talking point, because if you have, let's say you have an annual pass, unless your sole purpose here is to get this swag box here, and you're looking for discounts and stuff like that, I mean, you may as well just go with the annual pass, because the discounts are basically the same.
Gotcha.
You know, I know that whenever we were annual pass holders a couple of years ago, occasionally they'd be like, hey, annual pass holders, free shipping for this weekend, or annual pass holders, you get this discount when you check out, or, you know, the discounts that are at the store. And you also got the events that were the same probability of you possibly getting one, like the VI pass holder events. We went to the Galaxy's Edge pass holder preview a month before the place even opened. And we just happened to get that email that many people did not get for one reason or the other. And so it's just kind of a crapshoot either way, whether you're D23 or whether you're annual pass. So decide, do your research on what type of perks you get with each, see if they overlap. Because if they overlap, then you may as well just have one. Unless they're specifically like, we wanted to go to Destination D23.
Right.
I wanted those pins. So win-win all around. But at that point, annual passes were not on sale. So
Gotcha. And that, I think maybe we talked about this earlier and I forget, but is that one of the reasons why you guys became D23 members? Because you weren't necessarily the annual passes, or didn't have the annual passes, and it was just kind of something extra to do?
Yeah, that's actually what I wrote down here. At least for me, anyway. Why did I become Why did I become a D23 member? Like that's basically what I said was. For me, the driving factor was specifically, well, for us, it was, you know, to go to that event. But say secondary in general was because the annual passes weren't for sale, and this kind of gave us something official that we could be part of. Just because we love the Disney, and
we were having FOMO.
But this was a fairly inexpensive way to kind of get around that, and then we found out the event was happening, and we were like, oh, okay, well, now is when we need to do it, because who knew when annual passes were going to go back on sale?
Right.
And they did on the 8th, so that was nice. But you know, we didn't know it could have been another year, and you know, this comes with some discounts and perks and stuff like that. So it was something that we could do without spending a lot of money as a household.
Gotcha. Nope, that makes sense. We've got another question here. Two Broke Mice. I like this one. Do they have D23 cruises?
I feel like I have heard, because right now cruises have been very paused, and even the cruises that they have been,
I mean, they've started back.
They're really expensive right now. I
don't know. I've heard. I know they've had a DVC member cruises in the past.
Like, I feel like I remember hearing that there was this is not a definite answer. This is a good question.
Yes.
But I feel like in the past I have heard that you could get, you know, this amount % off, just like with D23 member or with DVC members.
I don't know.
That's a good question to research that we're not going to do right now.
Right. No, but I definitely agree with you. I feel like maybe it is me thinking of DVC cruises, but I feel like I have heard of a D23 cruise, but I could be, you know, mixed up.
I don't know if it's a cruise or they have a block of rooms, kind of like whenever a hotel is for an event, like the Destination D23, they had a block of rooms set aside at the Contemporary and at the Grand Floridian and Coronado Springs and a couple other places, the Animal Kingdom Lodge, specifically for members of this that were going on this this event. And you could go there and you could get the room for very cheap. I mean, a room at the Contemporary, the Grand Floridian is going to run you $900, or we could have gotten it for $250 a night.
Yep.
So but those sold out very quickly.
Yep.
But that's kind of the same thing where they do. I was getting sidetracked, but that's what they do. I would think with the cruise where they have a block of rooms on a normal cruise, and then they have events on the boat for like a meet and greet for D23 members or DVC members or whatever.
Gotcha.
But we'll know
that makes
more
sense.
as things start to be normalized again. So
Nice. Yeah, we'll have to. That has me curious. I'll have to look into it afterwards, just because I'm curious. And maybe you guys will have to look into it. Get a cruise for yourself.
oh, that's a whole nother video.
Well, we had one planned.
Oh yeah, we've planned and canceled what 2 or 3 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I'm remembering now.
We were supposed to go on a cruise last October
Yep.
for her 40th birthday, and we were wishing and hoping and thinking and praying that it was going to happen because we booked it way back in like April of 2020. No, 20. No, it was 2019 when we booked it.
Yeah, because we had over a year to like save. And
and we had
pay
friends
on
that were
it.
going. It was going to be a birthday cruise with a bunch of our friends,
Right.
and then they kept sending out those notices. Oh wait, no, cruises are being paused until. And
Yep.
but they were doing like the 125% upgrade and or rebooking thing, and so we're just waiting now because we're like, you know what, right now it's too expensive, and there's other things we want to do with our money. So, but we still have that money sitting in an account with Disney with the 125%, upgrade basically.
Yep.
That eventually we'll rebook it.
Yep. I'm remembering on our walk to the Contemporary, we had this discussion. So
Oh, we did. I forgot about that.
I forgot. I brought up I struck a bone, I guess, or something.
it was not a sore subject, but there was a story with that.
Right. Oh.
There's a whole story with that.
Yep. No, definitely. Oh, yep. But yeah, I think the only other question I had, which we talked about a little bit before, was do you recommend becoming a D23 member? So we talked about it a little bit, just about depending on what, you want to get out of it or what your interests are. But did you have any other last minute thoughts on that question?
I kind of hinted on this before, but it depends on what you want to get out of it. We just want to be part of the cool crew. And so we got it, and we wanted some of that stuff, and we wanted to go to this event. So we got out of it what we wanted to get out of it.
Yep.
If that's not what you want, then there's no point in signing up.
Yep.
Because most of the stuff that they offer is included for free pretty much anywhere. The information, you can see you can go on their website and see everything.
Yep.
There's some specific merchandise that you can't buy unless your account is linked to a D23 account, paid account. But if that's not what you want and that's not the stuff you're after, then I would say there's not really any point in doing it because it is available with the general membership, the free one. So.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So do you think, I guess it depends on how this upcoming event goes or how the year goes, but maybe depending on that, would that impact you renewing for next year?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the box, and I like the pins that were out last year for the collector set for your swag box.
Oh.
And I didn't even know these had come out. And then Tia was like, okay, we need to go ahead and sign up so we can do this. And I'm like, okay. And then I went on and I looked at the new collector set, and I was like, there's Figment and Orange Bird and other stuff. This stuff is cool. She was like, I know. That's why I wanted to do it now. I didn't know. I just stopped looking because I was like, well, how often do they change the pins up? Apparently it's annually, and the last year's ones were terrible. Yeah. I couldn't even tell you what they are now, but they were so boring.
Gotcha. Well, I'm glad they were good pins and worth it.
Heck yeah. I wanted to go back, and there was an incident we had when we were signing up for the duo. So I'm going to kind of go back about 30 minutes when we were talking about signing up for the plan. I was going to talk about this, totally forgot to.
Nope, you're good.
When you're signing up for the duo plan, she signs up, she gets a code for the second person. And that can be anyone. It doesn't have to be me. But One, you have to have your own account. So I had to sign up for a separate Disney account.
Okay.
So, you know, the way that I say she because we'll say it's her separate account. We have an account that we've always had with Disney. It's our, you know, disneyworld.disney.go.com account. It's our Shop Disney account. It's our now D23 account. All of it's linked. Cruise line account. You log in with the same information all the time. You change your password on one, changes on all the other ones. Okay, so I had to sign up for my own account to actually get the Duo.
With a separate email address.
With a separate email address. So understand that you cannot sign up two accounts with one email address. That's snafu number one. Okay,
Gotcha.
so we finally got that figured out. Well, then the code that they send you is finicky. When you go onto the website, there's a button, you know, you can highlight it and copy it. Okay, or you can click the button that says copy this code. Mm-hmm. Now go into your account or send it to your friend or whatever you want to do. So even if you get it through the email, like I logged into my email, saw the code, clicked on it, went into my account to put the code in. Let's just say that I was getting real nervous that the Destination D23 was going to go on sale on the 1st because we did this on June 30th. And when I was trying to do this, it kept saying your code is invalid. So our initial thought was it must have messed up when we tried to put in the same email address. So then I contacted the D23 help people and the phone line, and we were working on that thing for probably about 20 or 30 minutes. And his ultimate response to how we were going to correct this was, let me just send it up to the management or whoever can issue you a new one, and we'll get you sent out another one. I'm like, okay, how long is that going to take? He was like, well, the guy who is authorized to do that doesn't come in until Wednesday. It was currently like Friday or Saturday.
Right.
So we may or may not have missed the opening to the D23 registration, which went out in 10 minutes. Well, luckily it didn't go until like the 23rd of July. But while we were sitting on there, I was just playing around with it, and I found, and I've heard, because I was piddling around on Facebook and putting this comment in, and people were like, yeah, same thing happened to us here. And I figured out the fix to it while I was on the phone with the guy. When you copy it or when you highlight and copy it, it adds an extra line at the beginning, an extra space at the beginning, an extra space at the end. I know this is like something stupid that people are like, I could have figured that out. Okay, but now you don't have to, because I'm telling you, there's a space at the beginning of code and a space at the end of the code. You need to get rid of both of those spaces, and then all of a sudden, everything worked. I couldn't figure it out. He couldn't figure it out on the phone because we were both sitting there trying to get it to work. And I was sitting there going, wait. And he's like, what? Did you get it to work? I was like, I think I got it to work. And I hit the go button and I was like, it worked. He was like, what happened? And I said, there was a space at the beginning and at the end of the code. And he was like, I've never heard that before. So be aware that will happen. So if you can't get it to work, there's spaces. And those spaces are characters that are not part of the code that you want to get rid of.
That makes sense. There you go.
So everybody knows the secret now.
Yes.
Go out and sign up.
There you go. Yep. Then you'll have it more easily sign up and everything. Then you don't have to
do what I did. And, you know, I'll be the one that gets on the phone and just like, now, what's going on? Like last night, for example, I saw that article that I sent you with the DFB that said, okay, it looks like it's been fixed, the whole annual pass losing your reservations if you upgrade thing. So I called last night at like 11:30 or whenever it was, like right before I texted you, and they gave me the confirmation that said, yes, you can now do it without losing your reservations.
There you go.
So I'm going to call again on Monday to get a second person to tell me the same thing. And I'm still waiting for Facebook to get back to me as well. But until then, let's assume. But I will be the first one to call. Tia's like, can you answer this question? And I'm like, no, hold on. And she's like, she starts hearing ringing. She's like, are you calling Disney? I absolutely am.
Yep. So there you go. If anybody needs
the questions answered. Now.
I like it. If anybody needs any troubleshooting questions or needs answers, you know who to go to now, guys. I love that. Well, there you go. That's perfect. I'm glad that you figured that out and everything's working out with annual passes too. Well, we had another question here in the chat from Lisa. Thanks for being here, Lisa. She's asking, do they get catered lunch for D23? Do you know anything about that?
Do you mean like the event that we're going to?
Yeah, I guess for the event.
That's a good question. They haven't released any information about the event yet, other than kind of a hint to what some of the panels will be. They said they're sending us all the information in October, other than basically the blurb that was on the website of what it will be. We have gotten no information at all. Even when I've called, even when I've texted or emailed them, the only thing I've got is in the middle of October, we'll be sending you your stuff. That's it.
Gotcha.
You'll have all your information. So we'll check back. We will, we'll let you know if we hear anything different.
They did get samples for the Remy's preview.
Yeah,
they did get samples from the new restaurant over there.
Oh,
so they did get somewhat of a catered.
Yeah, they got
preview.
to eat all the food that was going to be offered over there, not as a meal, but as a kind of like the way that they do at the festivals at Epcot, where you go around and you sample all the stuff. It was that, and then they had like a grab bag and that kind of thing. So,
nice.
Catered lunch up in the air. We'll let you know if we hear anything. We'll kind of send our itinerary so you can see everything.
Yeah, perfect. No, they probably have some type of snacks at least. I don't know, that you're able to, if it's not a full meal, maybe they'll have some snacks out for you guys.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the contemporary, all the restaurants there.
Yeah.
I would think that they're probably going to have booths open for food, so you don't have to go somewhere, because I'm sure all these events, all these panels are going to be, one's going to end. You got 15 minutes to clear it out. Next one's going to start. I'm not really sure how they're going to do that, because I think the conference hall is like one big conference hall.
Right.
So everything's got to be in that one big room. Plus, they're going to have a specific store that only D23 people are going to be able to have access to.
Nice.
It's going to have a lot of exclusive stuff, as well as previews of stuff that will eventually go out to the general public, from what I understand. So,
okay. Nice. Okay.
Food,
Not bad.
don't know.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see the itinerary. You guys should. I know you'll probably do a video on it, but maybe a live or something. I'll be curious to see what all they have in store.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we'll be able to do some sort of live stream. They specifically said, though, on the thing in big bold letters multiple times, no filming is allowed in any of the panels. Yeah. Absolutely none. Now, you can walk around and film, like when you're going to the shops and to kind of show the venue. But they said once those panels go, when you walk in that room, all your electronics need to be turned off.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, no filming in that case. So, and if you do film or do audio and it gets released, they can, if you got an annual pass, they'll yank your annual pass. If you got a D23, they'll yank your D23. So you got to be real careful about that.
Gotcha. Okay. No,
that's
interesting.
You can't write stuff down and report it as it's being reported. So that's, at least we'll have that and we can talk about it as it happens.
Yeah, definitely. No, that I'll be curious to see, what they have to say and what the details will be on it. So I'll definitely be able to stay tuned for that. That's pretty sweet. But that does it for the questions that I have. Anybody in the chat, if you have last minute questions, let us know. But Brandon and Teia, were there any other last minute thoughts, whether I missed it in our questions or anything, any other comments you guys had?
Let me scroll down.
We're looking through our notes.
Yeah, we're looking for our notes to see if there's anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I make the questions and then we end up hopping out of order or whatnot. So
I guess that's it there. Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I guess we answered at least everything you sent us.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think that was good. I definitely learned a lot during the stream here. I got a better idea of what D23 is, and I hope that everybody in the chat, you guys enjoyed and maybe were able to think for yourself. This is a fun fan club you'd like to become a part of or not. And now you have all the details you need to know about D23. So thanks everyone for watching. And Brandon and Teia, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come and chat with us here.
Absolutely.
thanks for
Have us
having
on
us
for
on.
more. I love these. These are fun.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm glad that I could have you guys on here. Thanks for chit-chatting with us. And everyone, as I mentioned, down in the description bar below, I left the link for the Doofs and Disney's YouTube channel. So definitely go and check that out after here and see some of their videos that they have. So they've got a lot of fun vlogs, and stay tuned because they'll definitely be sharing some stuff about the D23 things coming up. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out their channel. Oh, we have one more question here before we hop off. Do you get free things sent to you?
Free is relative. Free is very relative.
Yes, those free things that you get when you
Yeah,
sign
After
up.
you pay $130.
It's kind of like Boo Bash, the free
Yeah.
complimentary treats with
Yeah.
You
your
get
admission.
free snacks, popcorn, drinks, water.
Right.
It's included.
Yes.
That's why I told you that you need to bring a bigger backpack and just stock up. Go to every single one of those carts and be like, "Can I have a Coke, please? Put it in your bag. Can I have a Coke, please? Put it in your bag." You paid for it. You paid like $160 for it.
Right.
So is it free? No. I don't think there's anything that it's kind of like with an annual pass holder, you get sent the magnets periodically, or well, they have been in the last year, or you can go to the park and pick up the magnets. Those aren't free, but we'll say they're free magnets. So
Gotcha. But yeah, so
do we get anything like that?
Free item is your welcome kit.
Yeah, it's the welcome kit in the magazine that you get quarterly. It's kind of the free stuff. I don't know if there's other stuff that eventually, we might see a notification that says, "Hey, we're sending you a D23 magnet."
Yep.
Cool. But I don't know yet. We've only been members for
couple of months
going on
now.
2.5 months, I guess now. So
yeah. No, I think that
makes fingers
sense.
crossed.
Yes.
I like included perks that you don't know about. Those are
right. Yeah, the surprise mail.
Yeah. It's like with the annual passes. I loved getting my magnets. Our refrigerator is literally covered in magnets right now from that one year that we were there.
Yep.
So not on the car, on the fridge.
I know, mine are all on the fridge too, because I'm concerned.
Kindred spirit.
I love it. Well, good questions, everyone. Thanks everyone in the chat for asking your questions and watching tonight. So we're gonna hop off here. So we'll definitely keep you posted when the next Disney discussion live stream will be happening. Brandon and Teia, thank you again for being on here. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys in the next video.